proud and honored to introduce an amazing educator that we're all privileged to work with every day, our superintendent, Cindy Marten. Cindy, tell us what we're fighting for.
Thank you, Board President Barrera. What are we fighting for? My friends, we are fighting for a future that is worthy of our children. We're fighting for public education because we believe it is the foundation of our communities, the foundation of our democracy. We're fighting because we are San Diegans. We're San Diegans who love our city, and we believe in our hearts that better schools create better students, and better students make a better San Diego. Now you know the challenges. I see you. I see many people here tonight who've been fighting for better schools for their whole lives. I see teachers who've been fighting to confront and interrupt the long-standing beliefs and practices that limit rather than expand outcomes and experiences for our students. Tonight I see principals and support staff who confront the fact that our state is 46th in education spending every day. I see our board members fighting to fund quality schools, not just in some neighborhoods, but in every single neighborhood. Every day across our district, we have close to 200 principals and 6,000 teachers, police officers, classified staff who wake up each day knowing that we are the lucky ones. We're the ones who have the rare privilege of making a massive and immeasurable impact, not just on the lives of the individual students we get to know, love, teach, and watch blossom, but on our entire community. Our reach as educators goes beyond what has ever or can ever be measured. We don't have all the state funding that our students deserve, but my friends, we are rich with talented, dedicated teachers and staff who put children above and service above all else. Thank you. Thank you to all of you, and thanks to all of you, the state of our district is strong. The state of our district is strong because of schools like this one, Sherman Elementary, giving children the chance to excel in multiple languages. The state of our district is strong because of principals like Fernando Hernandez from Perkins Elementary. Fernando, are you here? Please stand up. Leads a community where the homeless student population has gone from 4% to 30%. And he meets that challenge with dignity and grace and an absolute and relentless focus, not only on student achievement, but on student achievement and outcomes, but a focus on the whole child. Fernando, you know every single student and their family and their story. You embody leading with love and compassion, with an intensity and a relentless focus on your precious children. You understand and show us all how to be humble, gracious, and a servant-focused leader. Thank you for your leadership, Fernando. The state of our district is strong thanks to inspirational teachers like Jamie Yumiko Brown, our California Teacher of the Year and a San Diego High graduate. Very old San Diego High graduate representing us as California Teacher of the Year. She returned to teach at her alma mater. Jamie, you felt the sting of being excluded as a child, and you turned that into a lifelong commitment to lift up student voices by creating classrooms where every single student feels safe and respected. Jamie's work is incredible, but her soul is what truly shines, and we thank you, Jamie. And sitting next to you, Jamie, is your principal, Carmen Garcia. I'd like Carmen to please stand up. We know how important. We are clear on how important the partnership is between principals and teachers. Both of you understand the conditions that allow our students to become actively literate. You both understand that literacy is an important goal, and more importantly, you understand that the reason why we focus on literacy is because we want our students to be able to fully participate and contribute in the world when they graduate, to make the world a better place. Thank you both for your work every day at San Diego High. It's truly inspiring. For 4 years, it's been my honor to lead the finest group of educators in the state of California. In fact, my first day as superintendent was the day Governor Brown signed his major education overhaul plan, the local control funding formula. 4 years later, we can say without reservation, reform is working in San Diego. 4 years of transformational reform in San Diego have created a school community with equity at our core. Plain and simple, equity for us means that our schools with the highest needs get the most resources, the most support, because that is how we close the achievement gap. We have a transparent LCAP process with more than 32 public performance metrics, because accountability is also at our core. And we have meaningful local control. We have heard clearly what our local families have told us they value and what they want most. Academic rigor, the arts, technology, sports and fitness, and civics education. These are all in our schools because that is how we help children find their passion so they become self-guided, self-directed learners. Our schools are better than they were 4 years ago, and that means more than high test scores, although our scores are up. Better schools mean more than high graduation rates, although graduation rates are up too. Better schools mean more than beautiful new buildings, although we're spending $1 million a day on average to upgrade our facilities, thanks to our students, our parents, our teachers, our administrators, our support staff, and our fine community partners. School reform is working. It's working when we have more students coming home every day to display new skills in another language, in the arts, in technology, in sports, or in civics. It's working when we have more parents who see the look of wonder in their children's eyes every day. When we make our schools better, our students do better. And that's what ultimately makes our world a better place. We have an example of that right here tonight. An example of our kids participating and contributing in a powerful way to make the world a better place. I'd like to ask Carlos and Linda Laverde to please stand up. I know you're here. Also stand with them, Cesar Chavez Service Club leaders. Thank you. Thanks to these amazing service clubs, the students raised more than $2,000 and filled a delivery truck floor 6 times over with food and supplies for the victims of the earthquake in Mexico City. Thank you all, and thank you Hoover High for hosting that incredible event. I realize that today our young people are sometimes seen as being a little bit self-absorbed maybe obsessed with selfies and social media, and many from a different generation can't relate to this, and they ask, why do our kids take so many selfies and post pictures of mundane things of their everyday life? But you know, this is not what I see when I see our young people, like those in our Cesar Chavez service clubs. To be sure, we all do have the desire to be recognized for who we are. And in fact, this year marks the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s final sermon at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, the church where he was baptized and served as a pastor. In it, he talked about what he called the drum major instinct. It really is the desire that we all have for recognition, for attention, for praise, for importance. He pointed out in his speech that we all want to lead the parade. We all, in our own way, just basically want to be a drum major. It's not that Dr. King believed that the desire to stand out was something wrong or that it was a bad thing. He even told us that we should definitely keep feeling the need of being important. He told us that we should absolutely keep feeling the need for being first. But then he added, I want you to be first in love. I want you to be first in moral excellence. I want you to be first in generosity. That is what I see in our young people today. I see kids all over our city who are not just taking selfies to self-promote. I see our young people understanding that they have an important contribution to make and that they can make a difference, that they can be upstanders and not bystanders for social justice, that they can see something, say something, do something. Our students are the change makers. From the Kids Ego Clubs to the Cesar Chavez Service Clubs to the Gender Sexuality Alliance Clubs, our students are making San Diego a better city every day by taking on bullying, climate change, and poverty. They are putting themselves first in love. Love for our community, and love for our world, and love for one another. It is time for the adults in our district to follow their example. Dr. King understood that love wins in the end, but sometimes hate has the loudest voice. We know school reform is working in San Diego, but we do not have the loudest voice. We hear voices on the right saying public education cannot work and privatization is the answer. We hear voices on the left saying we should go back to the way things used to be. That's why we must be the ones to stand up for our students, for our schools, and for our values. Our district hashtag on Twitter is LoveSDSchools, and our job leaving here tonight is to lead with love, to put ourselves first in service to others, because we know better schools help our students do better, and that makes the world a better place. Love wins in the end every single time. Love wins when every student has access to strong academics, to the arts and to music, technology, sports and fitness and civics. That is how our schools are leading with love. So tomorrow, by all means, call attention to yourself. Seek recognition. Take that selfie, tweet that tweet, post that link, stand up and make your point at your site governance team. Go ahead and say, look at me. But do all those things while you are protecting immigrant families from deportation, or launching your new STEAM lab at your school, or engaging in public discourse with people who want to privatize our schools, our public schools, or celebrating the fact that your seniors got $10 million in college scholarships, or helping students explore careers in blue technology on the Midway, or marching with your school band in the Rose Bowl. Do all those things and we will support you. Your district will support you. Last year, we started the Quality Schools in Every Neighborhood Awards to recognize those who are making a major contribution to our work. On December 1st this year, we're going to announce the guidelines for this year, and I hope every single school will apply. Call attention to yourselves and the amazing work you do every day. Be proud. You have plenty of stories to make us all proud. Let's remember what Dr. King taught us. If you want to be a drum major, be a drum major for justice. Be a drum major for peace. Be a drum major for righteousness. Dr. King taught us all how to live and be in this world, and he also taught us how to take action and live a life that creates a legacy. He reminded us about the importance of service above self when he foreshadowed his own death and described how he himself wanted to be remembered. He said, "If any of you are around when I have to meet my day, I don't want a long funeral. And if you get somebody to deliver the eulogy, tell them not to talk too long. Tell them not to mention that I have a Nobel Peace Prize. That isn't important. I'd like somebody to mention that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life serving others. I'd like for somebody to say that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to love somebody." What more can we ask of any of us? What more can we ask for? Thank you.